Hello and welcome to day two of our graphic designing, or the next session of our graphic designing. And my name is still Bernard Mensah, and we are here to design another thing or learn how to design another flyer. So today we would want to design something simple as this a simple menu for a cake manufacturer. Again, I'm just using some abstract names and no contacts and all those things. So we'll do something like this. This is very simple and then straight to the point. So again, we come to Canva. We've already created an account with Canva. So we come to Canva, our home page, and then we'll scroll through, and we are focusing on flyer portrait. So we'll click on flyer portrait. So again, I already have Canva app, and it's asking me to open in Canva app. I don't want to open in Canva, so just say no. And I'd want us to look for this templates, this very templates. So let's scroll down and look for it. Yes, there it is. This very templates. You click and then it comes. So do you see some similarities? You realize I changed some few things about it, and like I'm saying, I pick a template and I try to change it to personalize it, because as a designer I need to be able to play around a little. And yeah, that's one way also to learn. So we are working on this particular template to look like this. I know there's not there's not perfect, but for designing purposes or for learning purposes, I want us to design something like this. So this is more or less like a menu for cakes. So ABC cakes, the same way we did for ABC plumbing, we are doing for ABC cakes. So we've already picked our templates, and again you realize the background is for sale, which is creating some distraction. So just go ahead and delete the background, and we've started. So first of all, let me delete. You see the price tags on the food. I don't need a price tag on the food, so let me just delete. And you can actually maintain it to even make it item 1, item 2, item 3, but I don't need it, so let me just delete it. Select, delete, select, delete, select, delete, select, delete, select, delete. And I told you, if you want to select multiple items, or if you want to make changes to multiple items, you just select them, and then I resize. When I select them together, it's easy to work on them at once. Just select them, resize, and then duplicate. Sorry, I'm going too fast. So this is what let me just. So you select, click, highlight, select, then it will select everything in that, every element in that. You can resize and then do whatever you want to do with it. So for as long as you've selected, you can do any changes. So I can Control C to copy, Control V to paste, and you see he has copied it. So maybe let's do something like this. But we'd have to get more pictures, unfortunately. So let's just delete it so that we don't have to get more pictures. But you can also do something like that. So select again and then resize them back to the actual size I want. Now this is ABC food and not fast what. So it's the same font, and then it's the same font style. It's the same font. I didn't delete it. So you just write ABC for my cap locks. My cap lock is on. So you write ABC, and then the other, sorry, ABC cakes. I said ABC. Sorry, ABC cakes. Then this is where I want, so I change it to cakes. So cakes. Now first of all, let me change this element. This is an element. Let me change this element color to this, or you can change it to whatever color you want. So let me change it to this color. I don't have it. I think let's just, no, that's not a color. Let me check the code. You know what, let me, okay, let's leave it here. So sorry, so now I want to increase the font size as this. So I'm increasing the font size, when you are doing a change and you realize it's misbehaving, you just click out and then click again, or you just click outside and then select whichever element again you want to do, so that maybe, because sometimes, oh, I deleted something, so undo, I mistakenly deleted something, so I just come undo and then it comes back. So sometimes you are doing something, is not working, just click back and then come and click again. Because you see, text box, when you're working with text box, when you double click inside, then you want to change the content. But when you click once, then you want to work on the text box itself. So maybe I want to change the color. Yes, you can double click it and also change everything. But normally when I don't want to change the content, I'll not double click it. When it's clicking, and you see, when it's not highlighted like this, when you do any changes, it will not mind you. Sometimes you see this, it is minding you, but some of the changes will not mind you. When I say it will not mind you, meaning some of the changes will not affect it if it's not highlighted. So normally I don't want stress. I just click outside and then select the text box. So when I select the text box, anything in the text box will respond to whatever I want to do. So I increase the font. Let's do 80. Now I pick the cakes also. This was the color of this. So this is the same color as this. So let me change this color. But you know, when I change the color, it will get lost. It is there because of an effect, a shadow effect. This shadow effect. So, and in this course we'll do this side a little. So because of this effect, if I put it off, you not see it. But because of the shadow, some shadow effect, if I put it off, you not see it. But it is still there. You can select and work with it. So normally what I do is, let me just leave it as it is. But what I do is, if I want to change a color like this, then I bring in, remember elements, and remember this. I bring in this, but it's the same color and it will still not blend. So you see here is white, so I just change it to white. This here, change the color of this element to white, and we have white, and you see it's even blending with the white background. So I just bring it over, and we are designing. I know you're excited. We are designing. So yes, it doesn't have to look the same actually, and that's how sometimes I also learn. I pick someone's design and then try to do something close as possible. But you see, one thing I would advise is, never let your design look exactly like someone's design. You've copied the person, try to look different yourself. So this can be this color. Again, this is just something we are doing. we have no color to work with, so we are picking colors available to us. So I think it's looking different, but at least it's almost looking, or it's almost coming together. So I want to maintain the color here. I want to maintain the color here. So now we have, this is acting as our logo. So we have our logo here. Now let's do this. Let's do this menu. So there are things I don't want here, so I would have to delete them. So select delete on my keyboard, or select delete on the screen. Select delete, select delete, select delete, select select delete, select delete, delete, delete. Okay, so now I think my this thing is clean. So again, alignment, I don't know if you are realizing the app is trying to align things for you. That's the beauty of some of these apps. They try to make it's not aligned. I know it's not aligned. The spacing is not right, but that's not what that's not my issue right now. Let me just put it where I want to put it, and then get some things done. When I'm done doing some things, and I'll come back and then do what I want. So again, you select and you make changes to it. Select and make changes. So this should be the same color as that. The color is here. And one thing about Canva, any image you insert, it tries to pick the colors in that image and give you those color options. So sometimes for this particular one, we are not working with one image, we are making with multiple images. But in a situation, sometimes you would have to work with one image. And again, color blending, sometimes you would have to use the color in the image to make to design. So maybe the 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 texts or the text boxes, you have to use their color, the color of the images on the text boxes sometimes. So this is where it helps me a lot here. I come to color, you see photo colors. So the colors in a particular picture you've put in inside Canva, it suggests the colors. That's when you import or when you bring in a logo. Again, I have people's logo here, and I wouldn't want to create any issues, so I wouldn't want to use or anyone see whoever's logos I have. But normally when I'm working with people and then I bring their logos, when the minute I insert the logo, it is an image, so it will come here and then it will suggest the colors to me. So then I just pick the logo colors. So let's say this was a picture that I inserted. It will suggest this color to me, and then suggest also this color to me, and then even suggest the white color also in addition. So that's one thing about this software I really like. It suggests colors of pictures you've inserted. Sorry. So then when you want to work with colors, it's very easy. When you want to work with colors in an image you've inserted, it's very easy. So that's that. So now let's move. Let's get the images of this. So I said for I believe we can maintain some of this, but again, let me show you how to get some of the pictures. I normally come to Google, so cakes are already here. And again, I said you don't download an image from the thumbnail. You open the image or you click the image and let it load. I don't know if you realize there was a bar. Sometimes there's a bar here that loads. When the bar finishes, it will be very clear. And you see this size, this 1000 by 1000. But if you should download this Again, I have some sensitive files, some other people's information. That's why I don't want to download. But if I should download this, the size of this thumbnail will be smaller than the size of this. So normally, if I want to download, I click for it to load here before I download here. And then again, I said personally, I don't do save as to download it onto my PC because I want space on my PC. So I just do copy and then come to where I want it and then come and do Control V on my keyboard. Now, from the previous from the previous from the previous tutorial, this is a frame, and we know how to insert a frame. So when you insert a frame, you just take the image over the frame and then it accepts that image and you are good to go. So we already know that. And so then I think what I'll do is since I've already designed this, I have some of the pictures, so let me just use some of the pictures I have so that I don't have to download them again. So you click on the picture you want, it comes, you drag over, then you position or you resize. You pick the picture, you click the picture, it comes onto your workspace. You drag and drop, then now you position. Which other one? You click, and then so I hope that is working for us. So now putting this strip behind that. So now this is a trick I used. You come to elements again and then look for backgrounds. Again, I already have them typed, so let me just click. But since you are new, you have to type them. So click on background, and then your background options will come. Let's scroll down. Scroll down. Okay, I think it's not here. Let's go to all backgrounds. Yes, this very background. This is what I used. So click, and then you see it is a horizontal back. It is horizontally oriented. I want it to be vertical for me. So I look for the rotator, what I can use to rotate. This is it. So when I come over it, it changes the cursor, and then I rotate to exactly 90. Yes, exactly 90. 90 is a straight one. And you see, even this an image, I'm trying to hover it around the frames, and it's trying to accept it, but that's not what I want to do. So you be careful. What happens is when you click and you are dragging, the center of the mouse, you see the cross sign it had made. When you take the cross sign over the frame, then it wants to accept. But when the cross sign is not over, see where the cross is, and I take it, it will not mind it until I bring the cross sign over, and it wants to accept. So know how to maneuver your way around this. So I take it over, and you see it's not accepting because I'm not making the cross sign come right in the middle of the frame. So now it's on top layers. It's on top of my layers, and that's not how I want it. So I come to positions and say go to back, and then it goes to back. So I can, because of the color I used there, it blended well, and then I even did something else. So let's do that something else I did. You can reduce the opacity a little. If it's not working, fine, you leave it. You come to elements again, and then you insert this. So you also put that one over it. You resize it to fit. This one there, when you put it over the frame, it will not mind you because it is not an image, so it will not mind you. So you resize it over, and then that one you also take it back. But when you take it back to back, you see I did it to back. I didn't want to do it back because if I do it back, it will be going back layer by layer. It will be too long for me. So if you do it to back, then it's going to the back cry. So now it's even gone to the back of this image, but that's not how I want it. So I'll bring it forward, and you see it came over. Let's undo. Control Z to undo. Let me just do undo here. You see, when I sent it back, it went to the back of this very image, but that's not how I want it. So when I did redo, so now it is in front of the image. Then now I can do opacity to control the color. So now the image is at the back, and then this color is giving it opacity. I don't know if you realize, it's just giving it opacity. And like I'm saying, it's practice, and you figure things out that works for you. Now we are getting somewhere. We are making it look a little different. Now you realize there's a background, this background. So that one too, I searched for, come to elements still, and then look for I think I did, yes, cake background. So type cake backgrounds, and then you get a lot of options. Now I told you some images are for sale, and I have ways of using those images that are for sale. Let's say I want to use it. This is not what, I don't think this sends the right message I want. So let me just delete it, and then look for an image that sends. So see all. If I don't get, I can still go to Google and download some of them. But this one I had it just here. So okay, this one. So it's for sale. But I also have tricks. I told you I never buy anything from Canva. So I also drag and make it full width because it's a background. I want it to be full width. And again, it's on top. So what do? We go to positions, to back, and then it goes to the back. But then again, it's creating a distraction. It's already selected, but even if it's not selected, you just try as much as possible. There are layers, so the layers will get in your way. So try as much as possible to look for a place that there's nothing there to select that particular thing. Or there are no, you see this place, there are no layers here. So when I click, it's selecting the actual background I just put. So you select that one. So I select, it's already selected because when you see this line, it's already selected. And you see remove watermark, it's for sale. So but don't mind them. So I come to opacity and reduce opacity. So you see it creates some kind of design. And you see we are looking good. Sorry, we are looking good. So I think I'm okay with this. So contact us. My call to action, contact us, and I'll leave the number like that. Now our alignment here is not aligning. Our alignment is not aligning, yes. So, and elements, let me show you one thing, another element. Let's do location. I type faster than this, but my one hand is on the mouse and my one hand is on the keyboard, so that's why it's making me type a little slow. So I like this, and you see it comes big. Don't worry. Maybe because it's big, because it's white and then the background is white, you may not be able to see. So you just come to color and then change the color to blue. Since you are using the same color, you'd want the color to run through, and then resize, and then you can use this to drag, and then again alignment. You see it's giving you being straight with everything. I drop it, and then normally I just select whichever font I don't want to use. So I don't want to use this, and then duplicate and bring it down, but it's white, so then I come and change the color here, and then Ghana. So now I put my location, but so I just bring it a little. It's either I reduce the text box and then bring it. So I think, am I done? Yeah, I think I'm done. This, the number is already there, so then there's no need bringing this. But there's another way also to write it, or you can put another information here. Um, some creative information depending on the information that was given to you. But this is just a basic design. So here it says delicious cakes. I'm copying the test content, so I'm just copying, Control C, come, and then highlight again and do Control V, and you realize the text box is shorter than the length of the text because of the font size. So it went to the next line. If I stretch, it will occupy, but it's no, or I can decide. And you see, if you don't select which particular thing you want, it will select another thing, so you have to make sure it's selected. It's not looking nice, so I have to reduce the font size. So I select again and then reduce the font size. 15, 16 is looking okay. No, it should be where it was. Okay, I think this is looking okay. Now these are not aligned. These are not aligned at all. So let me, no, this, yes. So this can also be, and you see the first two things you align. When you're trying to add the third one, it will try to give you the measurements, or it will try to align it for you. So you see, and yeah, hopefully this is even better. Even if this is not aligned, this was better than before. So let me try something. You see, because the background is here, you can't select again. So normally when I want to do something like that, I just move it out of the way. Knowing what I am doing, move it out of the way, and then come and select what I want to select, and then probably resize. Okay, I'm trying to play smart. Yeah, it worked. And then bring it back, but you have to make sure it covered the whole. You see, it's not covering, so bring it up and make sure the down to is covered. And I think it's okay. You can change the figures, and I think this was, yeah. So change this black to the blue. Let's change it and see. Let's change the black to blue, black to blue, black to blue, black to blue, black to blue. Yeah, it's looking nice. So we've designed something simple. So I hope by designing these things, you've learned some few things, and yeah. So again, if you want to download this is very simple, and if you want to download the same way we had this, as the same way you can also, there are lots of things there. So location, you can get WhatsApp icon. Yeah, WhatsApp icon. You can get delivery icon. Delivery. there are delivery icons. Any icon you want, you can get, or even if you don't get, you can go to Google, search for it, and then bring it inside, and then use them. So yeah, I think Canva is very good. Canva is very good, and you can explore. That's all I can say. Explore. Don't be afraid to make mistakes, because hey, you can't learn from your mistakes if you don't make them. That's all I can say. And then also look for opportunities to design. Like I'm saying, sometimes even till now I still do them. I'll take a screenshot of probably a design I saw on social media that looks nice to me, and then try to duplicate it. Or I'll just take a picture of it and put it down for my next design. To when someone asks me to do something, then I take inspiration from that. Sometimes I may not be having a design in my head how I'd want the thing to look like. So I can just go to Google and then search for, let's say, plumbing 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 flyer, and I pick inspiration. I can pick inspiration from here how I would want um the design. I can put together two different designs and pick elements in them and then use them. So that's how I also learn. So yeah, I think Canva is very good, and you can use a lot. Sometimes I use empty 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 Canva, and then I started design from scratch, just an empty, and then put every element in it, and then do something nice. And yeah, so all I can say is let us keep practicing. Let us keep trying. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. We learn from mistakes. And um, one thing is, as a beginner, don't be afraid. Yes, like I'm saying, don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's the only thing that can stop you. But just keep trying, keep practicing, and you should get better. So thank you for joining me, and have a blessed day.